Bingo.
All right, this is the October 17th, 2024 meeting of the Somerville Conservation Commission Community Gardens Subcommittee. I'm Michael Fager, I'm the chair.
Newt Tenner, Commissioner.
Malik Drayton, conservation agent. I have an issue. All the attendees are no longer here. Oh wait, here we go. Nope. Yeah, I don't see more attendees, which is very strange. Hmm. And then there's this AI note taker thing. I don't know what that is. This is oh wait, now it says 6 participants. 1 second. Oh, Zoom. All right, we have people.
Okay.
We have people. So
Is one of them Cindy?
No.
Cindy.
Oh, okay. So I guess we will see. I'm gonna send her an email.
Can you send her a new link right now?
I could. Let me see if I could do that through Zoom. My webinars, previous templates, conservation mission. Let's see. Email settings, invitations. I was kind of nervous I didn't send it. Okay, here we go. Resend. Then I'll send a nice little email. Okay. Unless she is Jake, I am certain she is not here yet. So I just sent her an email.
Okay.
Yeah. So, we do have one community garden coordinator, and then I think one other person. So I guess we wait until.
Yeah, let's wait a couple of minutes.
All right, then deal. Pause.
It's hard to go forward with a garden subcommittee meeting without the
coordinator.
Coordinator, yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
So Newton.
There we go.
Sorry, I thought I was just in a waiting room because it works at work. It turned out I had to push a button.
Oh, well, okay. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Hello, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're good.
Good.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Hopefully we can make this a relatively quick meeting tonight. Malik just told us that the water is not being shut off until next week, which I understand you knew about, Cindy.
Yes, I did have warning of that. I think gardeners would like it if the water was on for longer.
Well, everybody worries
Always.
about frost, so.
I know. But it's going to be 70.
Well, they're not shutting it off till next week, so.
It's going to be 70 next week. It's not going to frost.
But is there anything still growing? I mean, my garden's all done and gone by.
Some of the people have stuff growing. I don't know. Mine is mostly done for the season. but I know I have heard complaints that people would like the water on longer.
Mm.
So I'm just
See.
putting it out there.
Yeah, I definitely understand. It's gonna get 39 tomorrow is gonna be the lowest. And then it's just mid to low 50s, which is strange because this week was very cold.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, well, Cindy, I wanted to know if you had anything we needed to know about how this season as gardening went. I know people were a little concerned about how late the water came on, and perhaps the mulch and stone dust was a little late in being delivered, but beyond that, I don't know anything about how it went.
Those are the complaints that I have heard as well. The water timing, the mulch, the stone dust. People would like more warnings.
Mm.
And I think some of the places that it was delivered, they have found frustrating. I know you have a big truck, or they have a big truck, so there's only so much that can be done, but I think we had a really good season this year. I know my garden did really well. The weather was really good.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
So there were no big complaints from the gardeners?
Knock wood, I haven't heard any.
Oh, well, that's good.
Just about what we've talked about already.
Malik,
Yep.
planning for next season, is there, I know the water is centered around the temperature and when it gets warm enough not to freeze. And I know that DPW felt justified this past spring because we did have that late cold snap. Not enough to kill the plants, but make them say, see, we shouldn't have turned the water on. But is there any way to get them to be more timely with the mulch and stone dust?
No, because it's due to their capacity. And this is kind of it is yeah, they have limited capacity, and so they were just swamped with activity this year, and they didn't have the personnel needed to do everything that they were supposed to do. So it was a particularly hard year for DPW. So I guess we're just going to have to try and get
What
things in earlier.
I was
So
gonna say, taking that into mind, is there any way to, understanding their calendar is tight, to get it into their calendar earlier anyway?
yeah, so I'll try and get things earlier. So, but then that means everyone needs to be ready earlier, I believe. But yeah, I
I think,
anticipate there's no problem there.
yeah, people would prefer it earlier rather than later.
So we're
But
thinking, let's see, you guys are already itching to go late March, aren't you? Not sure how realistic
Yeah.
that is, but yeah, if I
mean,
could get everything in front of them in terms of the Google form, then everything can start rolling out earlier.
what if instead of asking people what their needs are and having them put it in the Google sheet, if we sent them the Google sheet and said, this is what you asked for last year, has this changed?
Mm.
And just having them say yes or no, because I know our needs don't change from year to year. Like the stone dust
Sometimes
gets around and
coordinators do though, right? Well, in which case it doesn't really change the needs of the garden.
right.
It's just probably easier on the new coordinator to have that information ready for them. So you're right. Huh.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think if we just said this is what's being delivered unless you say otherwise, it kind of puts the onus on them and then it just cuts down on the time.
All
Well,
right.
given the fact that the number of garden plots doesn't change year to
Mhm.
year, the demand can't change that much, does it?
I wouldn't think so. Ours doesn't. I mean, we have the same spots that we mulch and the same need for stone dust, unless there's some project that somebody does, but
Well,
Could we send out like an email being like, unless, yeah, like, I think, unless we hear otherwise, we're ordering you the same amount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that would be the best thing to do, because then we can ask, we don't have to wait to hear from everybody. We can just ask DPW to deliver same as last year as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So 1 second. Let me see
I think
something.
you can ask the gardeners, like, tell them that and ask if people have changes.
When,
Yeah, if you could coordinate that, if you just send out an email to see if they have any changes, then it would make it pretty easy, I think.
I agree, but when, Malik, in terms of timing, when would DPW need to know our requests in order to get this stuff out there in a more timely fashion? January, February? I mean, I know that seems way early, but
It's interesting because if you do it too early, it'll be forgotten about and buried underneath a bunch of emails, right?
yeah,
So maybe beginning of March, mid-March, and late March, I could keep sending these emails, and then hopefully the ball gets rolling.
Okay.
can you mark your diary to do that?
Let's see.
I know March is 6 months away, but
Yeah, I'll be here before you know it, unfortunately. Let's see. So, yeah, I could definitely put that on my calendar. Um, so, mm, yeah, it's interesting because let me share my screen for a second.
Does DPW have a calendar? Like, is there a way that it could just be an annual thing on their calendar?
I would more or less just be dealing with Ben Waldrop, who deals with the mulch and everything with you guys, and I'll send it to him and just say this doesn't change. Um, what date's going to work for the dissemination of this? I'll probably talk when we have our next meeting with DPW about this. So this is the sheet we're working with. I still never got information from Avon Street, but yeah, from 2023 to 2024, I just copied everything over and pretty much wondered if anything changed. Not much did, just the notes section where people wanted stuff might have changed. So that's their information. This is how much they wanted. So the difference between cubic yards and cubic feet is probably a little weird. But that should be a non-issue.
The only thing that might change is that the coordinators would change.
Yeah.
So some of the folks on there are no longer coordinating, like Vivian.
Oh,
Lee is no longer there.
Mhm.
But usually they don't change that much.
all right. So I'll have to figure out who this is now. Oh, do you have that information privy that you could update me on when the time is right?
I can update you on it today.
Oh,
Once I
sweet.
find it.
All right. And so if you look at the 2003 tab and the 2024 tab, nothing's changed. So I just basically need to add a 2025 tab, send the email out and call it a day. The only thing that would change is the additional notes section over here. So where they want it, how they want it, what time they want it, that would usually be something they need to fill out.
I feel like people, do they want it in different places though? Like, I feel like,
I don't think DPW really remembers.
I also feel like DPW just brings it and dumps it where it works for them. So us saying where we want it maybe is, high in the
Well,
sky.
I think that's a case by case sort of thing. I don't think they're that horrible at being considerate of people who can't move a lot of volume of stone dust or mulch. It's just what's practical versus what's
Uh-huh.
being considered. It's a weird middle ground you have to find. So I wonder.
So they deliver it on a truck and it's wherever they can fit their truck, right?
Yes.
Kind
Yep.
of.
Yep. I reckon that's getting harder with all the changes and construction and everything.
Yeah.
I think the issue before with Glenn was a curb or something that was added, or I'm not sure what I forgot what the difficulty was, but it was it was an inconvenience that caused an inconvenience. So I guess if we have more time, something like that could be hashed out better too, because there'll be more people available if you need more people available to move stuff. So there you have it. Nothing really does need to change very much. So I could shoot
All
this
right.
early, 6 months, put it on my calendar, call it a
All
day.
right.
Yep.
All right. I've already marked my diary to call you the first week of March to remind you.
All right, perfect. Throw it on my calendar.
I'll put the contact info for Lincoln Park in the chat. Nobody was
Mhm.
listed as coordinators. I know I recruited some people to do it, and actually I've been over in Lincoln Park and it's looking really nice over there. So somebody's doing that.
Huh.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay, so
Chris and Aerosmith.
month. October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, March 3rd. March 3rd. It's a work anniversary. Okay, so it would be March slash best. There we go. Well, it's set as an all day activity, so it'll be the first thing I do.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else like that that we need to do for the gardens?
Let's see. Is everyone aware of the water shut off? Let's see. And I'll allow people to talk if they want to. There are some attendees. We have Bill Knoll, Jake,
Okay.
and Michael. If any of you would like to speak to your season or your needs as it pertains to the community gardens, please feel welcome to speak.
Malik, just one thing. Do
Yep.
you have a date for the water shut off?
Um, yes, I would say next week. So I would say anywhere between the 22nd and the 21st and the 25th.
Okay.
So I would anticipate water shut off Monday, October 21st.
Okay. All right. Now we can proceed to what you were gonna.
Yep. Bill, you're unmuted. Would you like to say anything?
I have one question
Yes.
about rodent control. Last year, about this time, I think it was November of last year, one of the electric rat zappers was installed by the city at our garden, at the Bikeway Garden.
Yep.
And I'm just curious of how that is maintained. Needless to
Oh.
say, it pretty much stuns or kills the rats on the spot. So I'm just, a lot of us are wondering how it's maintained. We haven't seen any city staff visiting it. In general, we've had less rodent problems this year, so it must be working. I tried calling through 311 and really couldn't get to someone who could fill me in much on how those types of rodent control devices are managed and maintained, and so forth by city staff, or who's even doing it? I assume it's someone at DPW.
Bill, I was just at the Ward 5 meeting, you know, that city has open ward meetings, and the new rodent control person was there, a young woman. I don't remember her name, but I will find out her name and I will send her an email and ask her to contact us as the Conservation Commission directly and see if she can address some of those issues for us and answer that specific question.
Great. Yep. Thank you very much.
Yep.
How is that powered? Do you have electricity at your garden?
They're battery powered,
Oh, okay.
which is also one of the questions about how that is maintained. I mean, just there's a bunch of questions, but mostly it's about, you know, how in general if the rodents are killed on the spot.
I would think they would be.
Yeah. And
I've
so
always wondered,
it would seem like they need to be visited and
Yeah.
and
Cleaned out.
inspected
Yeah.
several times a week.
Is
Oh.
it like an open zapper or do they go in a thing and get zapped?
No, it looks like a typical conventional rodent trap. Where
It
there's a
looked- no,
small opening, you know, normally there would be the rat poison inside. But I'm clueless. It's very hard to figure out. It's also marked as dangerous because it is electric. And we're at a very visible spot. We have some of our gardeners are families with young children. And of course, we're right on the community path, which at times has thousands of people a day walking by. So it's been a little bit of a concern. It has not been an issue with the just the normal vegetative growth that we have in the planted beds that are right next to the path. It's sort of been concealed from the public to some degree during the growing season. But from now until next March or April, it's very highly visible.
Bill, you know, the city has several of them along the bike path from Lowell Street all the way to Davis Square. And Cindy, they look like, if you have a desktop computer, you know, your computer tower, they kind of look like your computer tower. And they're just, you see them, if you walk down the bike path, you'll see those things there. And they kind of look out of place because they don't look like those little squat black boxes of the rodenticide traps.
I mean, it's a much better solution than the poison because.
Oh, yeah.
Reasons.
All right, well, I will try to find out who that woman is, and I will
I
ask her to
got her
address those
contact
questions.
information. So it should be Alicia Privet, Environmental Health Coordinator. And
Privet,
two T's.
you have her email address?
Yep, I will send it to you right now.
Okay.
So to here. It is in the chat.
Okay. I will send her an email and see if she can address those questions for us.
All right.
Anyone else? Any other attendees have any questions or comments? Okay, let's move on. Hopefully we can get through this relatively short agenda fairly quickly. Has there been any issues or problems with the wait list, or has it been working okay?
So the wait list,
The
obviously.
wait list.
Yes, the wait list. The wait list does remain long, but the new system that that Dan Moore put together is really helpful. I think he has it set up to email people once a year and tell them where they are on the wait list, and then have the option to say, yes, I'm still waiting, or no, I'm no longer waiting for it.
So is that live right now?
That is live, yeah.
That
So he
is
already sent it out once, and we got a pretty good response. I mean, we didn't get everyone responding, obviously, but we definitely were able to clear a lot of people off the wait list based on that, who are no longer really
interested.
waiting.
But
Um,
if somebody didn't respond, they stay on the wait list though, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. So what it does is that when somebody responds, if they say no, it highlights them in red, and then I know to delete them. If they say yes, it highlights them in green, so we know that they've responded. And if they don't respond at all, it sort of highlights them in gray. So we know, okay, this person maybe just missed the email, or maybe they're no longer interested.
I was wondering what those colors were. I'm
Yeah.
in here right now looking at it. I was like, what is happening? That's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he did a really nice job of making it pretty clear, and I like that it's more transparent for gardeners, that they have a sense of where they are on the wait list.
Mhm.
The list is obviously, as always, long, but when I look, for example, at Durrell, most of the folks are, they've been on the wait list since 2020. A couple from 2021 who didn't respond to
Um,
outreach.
how,
Or sorry,
how,
2022.
how
So
do
the
they know where they are on the list?
Hmm?
How do they know where they are on the list?
the email that Dan created auto generates a thing that tells them. I don't know. It's like IT magic.
Wow,
IT
that does seem
wizardry. Uh-huh.
wow. Okay. That's amazing. That's a lot of progress.
Yeah.
That's been taking a while.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a really good job. He put a lot of work into that.
It's really nice.
I thought something like that would have been impossible.
Well, that's why we put Newton on the job.
I wrote so much code in this to try to get the ranks out from everybody. It works. And then he did a great job taking this spreadsheet and making it into like a usable email. It was really nice.
Mm-hmm.
I am noticing in here, when I click on the different gardens specific wait lists, which gives the ranks and stuff, a lot of them have notes that like people have moved out of Somerville, but they're still there. So there seems to be like a disconnect between
That question and
yeah,
them
like
still being on the list.
when you've contacted someone,
Mm-hmm.
we need to get them off of the wait list, right? The idea
Yeah,
was to
if they
delete
say they're
them.
out of the city, they should just be struck from the list.
Yes. Yeah, they're meant to be taken off the list if they no longer live here.
So
Which lists are you seeing that on?
like where was I?
Let's see. Drives. Sure drives.
Oh, here's somebody.
All right.
Is it like Glenn maybe has a ton of comments in here? Maybe not. But they have like comments plus notes, and some of these comments say like they're already gardening somewhere. I don't know. I either way, like, ooh, maybe Lincoln.
So, okay. Let's see where last.
Yeah, like if you look at like the Morse tab, the third row says the responded no longer lives in Somerville, but they're still they haven't been deleted, you know.
Okay.
Morse,
Yeah.
third row. Hmm.
And it is, and maybe it's just because it feels weird for the the more street garden coordinator to be like, all right, now I need to go. I click the link to the row and I delete the row, and it just feels a little weird that you're deleting something off of the master spreadsheet, but that's okay. We want
Right.
that to happen.
Yes.
Yeah, I was a
think-
little apprehensive to delete from the master spreadsheet, but I talked to Newton about it and he said, well, if they're not here, then just get rid of them.
Yeah, that's right. So like, if they're not here, they just get rid of them because they want to get them off the list. And I totally get the apprehension, but in reality, the list you're getting rid of isn't really everybody that's ever submitted. That is like in a back end database that we are pulling from. So you're really deleting it off of our like use of this database. So it's not like you're deleting them forever and we'll never know that they applied. It is deleting them off of our use of it. So we can try to cull it down. So because if we leave them on there, what happens is when we do these emails, it'll give a false number for a lot of folks on how far they are down the wait list, right? So we need to start just culling that. So when we send those emails, people get a realistic view of what number they really are.
Yeah.
So delete away.
I think also, not being techies, not everybody completely understood the pivot table. And they might be deleting from their page, not realizing that.
Well, I made it so you
They
couldn't
wouldn't-
delete from their pivot table
Yes.
because I knew that was going to happen.
Yes.
So we tried to make it, but I think that what's getting lost is maybe we just need to reinforce it. Be like, it is okay to delete a
Yes.
row from the main table, and that's what we want you to do.
And it would not make sense that they would write a note next to it.
Yeah, I mean, they can put the notes in. The notes are fine, that like it helps because like some of these, they say like I contacted, in 2 weeks ago, and you're just waiting for a response, and that's good stuff.
Yeah,
But
but to write, you're not in, this person's no longer in Somerville, shows that they don't completely understand how to
yeah, instead of writing they're no longer in Somerville, just delete the line.
delete them.
Yeah.
Let's see. So it would be this drives. Wait,
But I'm glad those emails went out, and I'm glad that that's working, like to try to get rid of some of them that are responded. I think that's good progress.
Yeah.
Okay. Bingo. Okay.
There are like, Mike, you're my power user for this. Is there anything else you want on this list? Like, is there anything else that could be helpful?
I don't know offhand. I'll play with it and let you know.
Okay. Yeah. If there's something we can try to tackle to make it more user friendly or whatever, we can chat about it. But I feel like you have been very active in it. It's been really great because it is been, I was able to make some changes that you brought up. So I thank you for that.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Maybe carry over the colors from the main form to the individual forms.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh dear.
All right, I can look into that.
So I have a question.
Yep.
How many years or does a person get carried on the list if they don't answer the email? Very
good question. And I don't think that's one of the things we did not grapple with. And we just said, like, we're like, when we're sending these emails, like, what do we do when just no one responds? What do the garden coordinators do?
If you
How
send it
long do
out,
they wait?
okay, if you send it out this year and there's no response, when you get it next year, you should say something. Would it be appropriate to say something like, if we don't hear back from you this year, we're going to strike your name from the list? Or is that too soon?
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky because usually people do respond if they want it.
Yeah.
I just
or
had a
if
guy
they
last
want
week.
the email.
I
Sorry.
just had a guy last week who has been on the list since 2021 who just got a plot.
Uh-huh.
Well, I would hope someone like that, every year you send them a note, an email that says, your name is on the list. Are you still living in Somerville and do you still want to be on the wait list? Hopefully they would email back and say yes and yes. And then, eventually after 3 or 4 years, they get their plot.
Mhm. I think to some degree, some of the emails may just get filtered to people's junk or spam, though.
Oh, that's could be true. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Um,
guy, because I offered him a plot earlier in the year and he never got back to me. And I resent emails to everyone that I previously offered a plot to saying, are you still interested? And he got back to me and he said he never got my initial email from May.
mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much junk mail now. I just have all of mine filtered to spam and go through it every day, but it's so easy to miss something.
Oh, it
Yeah.
is.
And if somebody's been waiting for 4 years, I'd hate to remove them because they missed an email.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. So we'll just table that for now, I guess. But
I think we
still
should take,
something that-
yeah, I think we should table it for now and let a couple of cycles of Dan's emails work through, and, revisit this maybe next year after all the garden coordinators have had a chance to start to reach out to folks and
Okay.
maybe delete some lines off of this and see where we are. Our oldest one is 2018 right now, so that's pretty old.
2018. That's pretty old.
Yeah. But there's also folks from 2018 that responded to Dan's email saying they still want to plot.
Wow. Those people are very patient.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's Bikeway and Albion.
Yeah, those are the two.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. There's a 2020 for Tufts, but other than that, it's all Bikeway and Albion.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody else is
I mean,
2020.
Albion's list alone is 200 of our 700.
Wait, really? Is there a place where those numbers exist?
Yeah, it's in our like CG waitlist link to application.
All right, let's see. All right,
And then you can click on each one of the gardens and it shows you the waitlist for that particular garden.
okay.
I think that is really
CG
telling
waitlist
too,
and
because it's one
application.
of the smaller gardens, Albion,
Hmm.
and it's also more centrally located. So I think it's a lot of people live near there.
Yeah.
How many do they have? Yeah, they only have 13 plots. So with 200 people.
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, if there is an opportunity to have more plots somewhere, that would be a good place. Like more gardens. I don't know. I see a lot of work being done.
Okay.
Like the bike path stuff. Just musing out loud.
The problem with the bike path is
Mhm.
twofold. One, the property belongs to the MBTA.
Mhm.
And two, at least for the stretch from Lowell Street to Davis Square, the soil is contaminated. And I know when they built the bikeway garden, they did a lot of serious soil excavation and, you know, put in new soil and stuff there. So it would be, to build a new garden somewhere along the path would be a big project. Not to mention all the shade and all that stuff. Not
Yeah,
saying
it is.
I'm discouraging that. I'm just trying to be realistic.
Mhm.
All right, are there any more concerns or issues or discussion about the wait list?
Mm-mm.
All right, then, let's move on. The next thing is gardener concerns. Does anybody have any more concerns besides rodent control in the gardens
Always.
and the
a
mulch and
concern.
sand dust, the stone dust? No. Is
Not that
anyone
I,
want to, go ahead, Sydney.
I was gonna say, not that I've heard of.
Okay. Does anybody want to make any general comments from the public? All right, we
For-
just, go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, like, for a subcommittee, what are we, what is our next steps here? Like, what are we,
That's
we've
a
got
good
the wait
question.
lists. It seems to be working. We got the emails. That was pretty much our charge, right? To try to streamline getting on and off that wait list. We've done that. What's next for us as a subcommittee?
Well, I guess periodic meetings like this to make sure that the garden program is working, since the Conservation Commission is charged with managing the program.
Mhm.
I mean, I trust you, Cindy, to do a good job for us, but it is good for us to hear from time to time how things are going.
I think
Yeah.
it does make a lot of sense to meet face to face. Or, you know, screen to screen.
Yeah, we should be so lucky as to meet face to face.
I disagree. Meeting spaces are disappearing fast.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind keeping meeting, but it would be good to have. If I wonder if we could try to think of what a project would be for the subcommittee. You know, like we formed for a particular purpose.
We did.
Moving forward, like what do we want to what do we need to work on? I guess together besides just meeting, and I think there has to be something, right? There has to be like I feel like we need to go back to like Tatiana's list or something. There was other things that we were gonna do, right?
Oh yeah, it all started with the memo that Christina left when she left.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess we should pull out that memo and see if we hit everything on the list. But for the brunt of it, I believe it was giving the community gardeners more of a voice, making them heard, dealing with the wait list, and then just working out the process of the community
Mhm.
gardens and how things run and make sure it's efficient. So I guess at the very least, as a subcommittee, we should meet at the beginning, the middle, and the end of each season, and then tackle any issue that comes up in between.
Okay.
So this season, we probably only met 3 times, or 4, but a major problem you guys really just tackled head on, and
Yeah. What do we call ourselves? The waitlist working group.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
well,
like,
I assume the commission will be having its normal annual
Gardens
gardener
meeting
meeting,
in
March or
February.
February or March. Yeah, February.
Yep.
So, and that, of course, is when all the gardeners and coordinators and so forth are invited to come and tell us how bad we're doing.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because we discussed issues such as the wait list,
Yeah.
food access, rodent control, you know, transparency on the wait list, I guess, and then I guess it's materials. So I'll make sure I get the materials information out there sooner. And then that's pretty much it. Let's see.
Speaking of the wait lists and transparency, I wonder if there's something we could think about. We need Dan's help to update on the website where you could actually look at a particular garden's wait list, not everything in there because it's, you know, phone numbers and email addresses. So we don't want that to be scraped. But if you were able to look at like your last name and your position on a garden, which could be easily pulled from the data we already have because we have it set up that way now. I wonder if, you know, it would be like pretty interesting. You could click through and be like, hey, I want to see what the Albion list looks like. And you could see that somebody's been on there since 2018. You know, and that might, you know, that might sway people's decision on what they and which garden they try to sign up for. And it would give people a real understanding when they sign up for stuff that, yeah, I signed up for a garden, you know, yesterday, but I might not get it for 4 years. And it would give you a sense of which gardens lists, what gardens lists are like. And maybe that's the thing we could try to think about as far as transparency goes.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, particularly like if somebody looks at that list for Albion, they might say, well, it's in a nice location, but this other garden's not that far away, and I'd rather be in it sooner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I have a question. I received an email from Lisa Robinson, who's working with students in Tufts, and she'd like me to come and talk to her students about the community garden
Mm.
program. And I'm not sure I have a whole lot to say about it. Is there anyone else who would love to talk to her and her students about the community garden program, or should I just bite the bullet and do it?
I don't know enough about it. I'm just a simple volunteer.
You have the
I
most
think we all are.
Uh-huh.
you have the most
Um,
institutional knowledge here.
Yeah, I guess that's
And
true.
Cindy is the most hands-on. So it would probably be most appropriate between one of you two to figure out.
So in sorry, who is this from?
Oh, Lisa Robinson is the food access coordinator or director of the food access program in Somerville.
Director, Office of Food Access and Healthy Communities, City of Somerville.
There we
I
go.
think that she actually did get in touch with me. Was this an anthropology class?
I think so.
Because she did get in touch with me, and it sounds like they're doing a research project. Anyway, I got back to her, and I'm going to meet with the students, and a couple of people from Tufts and a couple of people from Durrell said that they would meet with them.
Wow.
Oh, good.
Lisa Robinson.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I'll get back to her too and see if she wants me to talk with them as well.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know where that email is, but I know I'm talking with some students from an anthropology class at Tufts.
Oh yeah, she also references you here, saying that she has spoken with you or connected with you. So, okay. All right, I guess I will get back to her and see what she wants to do. There's no harm in that, I guess. Let me ask one more question. I was on the city's Pollinator Action Committee, and they have actually published their plan. And I received an email from Allison today wanting to know if I wanted a hard copy. Do you think the community would like a hard copy of that, or should I just get one for the Conservation Commission that people could reference?
Like on paper?
Like on paper? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like print it out?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything we'd like less.
All right, I'll get back to Allison and tell her we want what, 3 or 4? 2 at least. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I know. You remember paper, right? I mean, you're old enough that like you went to college before computers.
I typed my first papers on a typewriter.
I still have my typewriter. Oh. Okay, I will see what I can do about that.
Okay.
Is there anything else? Do we think we should meet again? I'll get in touch with the rodent control woman. And I'll talk to this woman about her class. I'll get a pollinator action plan or 2. Anything else?
I'll follow up with the coordinators about the water shut off and the mulch and stone dust, just making it a regular renewable thing.
And I put it in my diary to contact Malik in first week of March to see if we can get DPW to act in a more timely fashion on that stuff. Anything else we need to do tonight?
All right, so my calendar ready. Let's see. I'm looking through Christina's memo that she sent a while ago, and it looks like we tackled everything. She pretty much called for a subcommittee of community gardens, and that solved mostly, if not all, the other problems. I remember Lincoln, Avon, and Allen Street Gardens were highly neglected at that point. All those seem to be on the up and up. And I still haven't been able to resolve the issue of the Avon Street MOU. So that's floating in the air. So
is anybody working at Avon Street this year?
Good question.
Do you know, Cindy?
If
anybody's growing stuff at Avon Street Garden?
as far as I know, they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and as they haven't been kicked out yet, I don't think the MOU is an issue.
Yeah, we probably tabled that one.
Well, yeah, we're going into winter. We can work on it over the winter.
Oh yeah, I talked to Lisa Rucalaccio about it. And she said I should probably check back with maybe archives or something. So I'll do a deep dive one day.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's gonna be hellish. But yeah, that's fine.
It's really
But yeah.
again. I hope we can keep it.
Yeah. I don't see why we shouldn't, but I think because that building changed hands, it probably would be a good thing to address.
Mhm.
They've done a really good job of like dividing up their plots there. I have a friend who has a third of a plot over there.
A third of a plot?
Mhm.
How big is that?
It's not huge, but she seems really happy with that.
Oh, okay.
You'll be surprised what you could do in a certain volume. I've seen some impressive growing from people, so I can't grow anything. Let's see. All right, so yeah, it looks like mostly everything has been tackled since from the memo that Christina sent 2.5 years ago.
Hey, well, things take time. We've addressed
Speedy
it.
government, man.
Here we go.
All right, so I guess the next time we'll meet will be as a committee of the whole when we have the community gardeners meeting in February.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
And if any issues come up that need addressing, we can do that at that time.
And do I need to send out another email, Cindy? Does everyone know about the water? Or?
Did you send out an email before letting people know?
I believe,
I know I saw an email from Leon about it.
so I will send another one and I will just reiterate water dates when they come on, when they come off is going to be the same time every year. October, mid-October, and I believe late May it comes over. So I'll send that out tonight. I really thought there would be more of a turnout, but it is not sure how Thursday nights are for people.
Well, I didn't get the notification that there was a meeting until yesterday.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Now I'll do it. Let's
That'll
see.
be it.
That will be it.
Problem.
And then of course I scared the three of you by sending the wrong date on the Zoom link. So I have these.
I don't know about the other two of you, but on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, I opened up my email and I was like, oh shit. Did I miss the meeting?
Well, for me, it was the next day when
Oh,
somebody else emailed and I was like, oh shit, did I miss it?
Yeah, I looked at it. I saw the email from Malik and I was like, oh yeah, that's Thursday. And then I think I opened it yesterday and I thought, oh,
yeah, well, that's what I did. I got the email for the first, he always says an early link and then a next day link. And I was like, oh yeah, Thursday, no problem. And then I opened up my email and it said 8 o'clock. I'm like, oh, yeah. No, okay. But it worked out fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just also got the email yesterday.
All right. So has everyone been scheduling cleanups or did they just think, let's wait as long as possible for them? What are the thoughts?
Well, Allen Street was supposed to be last Sunday, but we got rained out. So now it's this Sunday. So we'll see what happens. What kind of a turnout we get.
Supposed to be a nice
Right.
day.
Yep, 70.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
at Bikeway, our final cleanup is going to be that first Saturday in November. I think it's November
dear.
2nd.
You guys might not have water by then. Well, you guys
Well,
won't have.
that's been pretty typical. Yeah.
All right. All right.
One
I'm glad that this-
comment I have on the water, Malik, is it would be good. It's wonderful if it can be standardized, like you're suggesting, that there's a pretty clear idea of exactly when water arrives in the spring and when it's turned off in the fall. I can't speak for everyone. I know there's not much attendance here tonight by their coordinators, but I think most of the people I've talked to that are community gardeners, whether at Bikeway or elsewhere, would prefer water being turned on earlier in the spring, and the trade-off being if we have to have it turned off earlier in the fall, that's something we can live with. Water is really important in the spring, and we've had some dry springs at times. And seeds and young plants don't do well without water. So the spring, it used to be pretty reliable. The second or third week of April is when the water was turned on, and it's just gradually gotten later.
Yeah, it looks like it's turned into mid to late May.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Memorial Day is like pretty much the cutoff on that for the water turn off. And then yeah, I'll go back to my email and resend it, basically reiterating the turn on and turn off. So the issue there is that they want consistency, whereas you guys want to maximize based on what you see as the logical proper temperatures to operate in. But they want consistency because they don't necessarily have the flexibility. So if they could schedule something and get it out of the way, that's great. Whereas you guys want to maximize based on what you actually experience from day to day, year to year. So I see the disconnect there. And
I think what Bill's saying is like if we were to standardize it, it would be a little better. Just people would know.
Alright.
Maybe this is something we could talk about at the bigger meeting in February. This could be a
Mm-hmm.
discussion piece. Like, would it be better to change it up every year or just set it every year?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much been set. 1 second. Let me take a look really quickly.
It has I can tell you it has never been on the same date or even the same week.
Well, yeah,
At
I
least
think
for the turning on. It's varied. I've been a gardener in the program for about 15 years, and it's been turned on as early as the second week of April and as late as late May, like Malik has mentioned. That's quite a range, and it's
Yeah.
never been consistent.
let's see. All right.
So there's a lot to be said for consistency if we knew it. Although, I would reiterate that a consistent turning on date of like the week of Memorial Day does not
Ideal.
work for gardening.
Mhm. All right, let's see.
That's too
All
late.
right. Yeah, so I will work on getting like a standard range communicated. But also here's the thing, all the water doesn't get turned on in one day. So it's a range of like a week to a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, whereas everything gradually gets shut off. And who's to say whose garden's gonna get shut off first or on one day? And that's another thing. It's a strange, creepy range, which also kills the ideal for consistency. But I guess I would just say to everyone, don't expect water past this date. And if you have it, find it, then you're good.
Yeah, I think that would be what you just hit on would be probably helpful to give people, be like, hey, just don't expect water past this date any year. Or, it would be nice to say, if we get DPW to say, yeah, we'll turn all of the water on in this range every year. And so it's not like pushed to the back burner, like Bill's saying, like, and you started like Memorial Day. It's like, man, we missed so much of the seedling growing season that it's going to be really hard. So I don't know, to getting if we could get consistency of, even if it's a range, doesn't have to be a day. It would be really, really nice, I think. But I think maybe we should talk to everybody, because who knows? I mean, like, different years are different, right? Different years they warm up earlier, they cool down later, like, and do you want that, or would consistency actually be better?
Yeah, I think there's also a miscommunication this year, whereas it was probably a month off. Maybe they said May 1st and it didn't come until later. So I think May 1st was that date that was communicated this year. 2024. So if I could shoot for that May 1st to October 15th. I'll double check that with Ben and see if I can get a consistent date. How is May 1st for you guys?
I mean,
Better than Memorial Day.
better than Memorial Day.
Right. So yeah, so I'm guessing, yeah, May 1st instead of Memorial Day. So I'll have that discussion in our next meeting. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right.
Oh, actually, Malik,
Yep.
here's the list of the current Lincoln Park coordinators.
Perfect. Oh, how many are there? Oh, there's 2.
Looks like they have 2. One is like the general Lincoln Park email, and then
Yep.
there's individual emails.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. OneNote. Meetings. So, thank you.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
No? All right, then I guess we'll all see each other again in February.
All right. See you in
Yeah.
February.
Yes, thank you all for coming tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep. All right. Well, good night then.
Good night.
night.